want it, get it, don't ever give up, you got it. You wanna make it, then chase it, no one can stop you. They're gonna hate you, but let them hate you, that's fine. Cause if they stand in your way, then you gotta leave them behind.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Sam R. Burns, and welcome back to the South Alabama Dynasty. We are now in week 4 after having our 2 bye weeks to start the season. We're taking on Kentucky this week on the road, still not having our home opener 2 weeks into the season, but it is our first game against an SEC opponent conference-wise. We did play Tennessee before, but nonetheless, it is our first game against an SEC opponent as an SEC team. So you'll see the top 25 right there, and then we'll move on real quick and look at the SEC standings. We're currently 4th in the SEC East with a 1-0 record, haven't won a conference game. You'll see Georgia State is currently 2nd in the SEC West with a 1-0 record as well. And you'll see the Heisman race, despite early season struggles in that first game, Bilal Marshall remains first on the Heisman list. And we're going to go ahead and get into this game.
NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Early season, mid-season, late season, it really doesn't matter. The SEC doesn't wait to turn up the intensity. An early season matchup in the Southeastern Conference. That's going to do it for us here on the pregame show. NCAA Football 14 action coming at you right now. Brad Nessler and Kirk Herbstreit.
Alright, and starting things off, Kentucky with the ball here to start the game. Whitlow is going to throw a screen pass to Montgomery on the left side, and he is taken down for no gain, but a flag on the play, and it is a roughing the passer, so a terrible way to start the game for this South Alabama defense, and that is Steven Marks roughing the passer, and that's going to move the ball up to the 41-yard line for the Kentucky Wildcats, and it'll be a first down for them. So 2nd down and 5 now later in the drive. In the shotgun, Whitlow with it back to his right. He's going to hand off to Mobley, who breaks a tackle, and he's got some space, and he's going to be taken down after a 9-yard gain. This thing about these sliders, defense is basically impossible, honestly. You know, my defense isn't like horrible. Like, I think we can tackle, but you know, it's just impossible to get stops, and it's really hard to get stops on 3rd down. But there is one right there, batting the ball down at the line, but I assure you, if that ball was not batted down, that would have been a first down. So 3rd down and 7 here on our next drive, and Marshall is going to go ahead and find Anthony Thompson for a 14-yard reception right there. Now it's 3rd down and 4, Marshall back to pass, and he's going to find Matt Harris on the left side out across the 50. That's a 9-yard gain for Matt Harris, his first catch of the day. And now a 1st down and 10. Marshall is back to pass, and he's got a man, and he's going to go ahead and find Morris, who's going to get down inside the 30-yard line. Jacob Morris with a 20-yard reception right there off the play-action pass, his first catch of the day. 2nd down and 13, Marshall back to pass, and he's going to go on the left side for Matt Harris on the curl route. That's a 14-yard reception, and that's going to be enough for a first down. Harris with his 2nd catch of the day. Now later, 4th down and goal, having trouble punching it in, and Anthony Thompson can't hang on to the pass, so that's a turnover on downs. Kentucky going to get the ball, and now 3rd down and 5 on their next drive from inside their own 10. In the shotgun is Whitlow, and he's back to pass, and he's going to find a man. That is Ross. And like I said, it's really hard to get stops on these money downs. As Straight Out of Austin put it last week, it's just really hard to get 3rd down stops. You know, I don't like see stuff like that. You'd expect that tackle to be made. Kentucky's not like a powerhouse team. Like, I mean, this stuff even happened against Kent State. So we'll definitely look into the sliders. They might be a little too tough, but who knows? We'll see. But Kentucky continuing to drive the ball down the field here as, excuse me, Jeff Bidet is Badett. I don't know how you say that. But anyways, he's going to get the first down right there. And then Whitlow is going to find Montgomery over the middle, and he's going to get down inside the 10-yard line for a 14-yard reception. Alex Montgomery making Jalen Whitlow just look good. This entire receiving core just getting open, having pretty much ease just getting away from the secondary. And now 1st and goal, Whitlow is going to go into the end zone and find Jeff Bidet for a 6-yard touchdown, and that is his first touchdown pass of the day. And that's going to make it 7-0 Kentucky. So, you know, what could have been a 7-0 lead for us, or even a 3-0 lead, it turns into 7 points for them. So, you know, unfortunate. That's a really long drive to give up. It's like a 97-yard touchdown drive, and our defense just hasn't been getting it done. As you'll see a studio update, Ole Miss and Vanderbilt tied at 31 with a minute left in that game. We'll see what happens, see if Ole Miss can improve to 2-1, or if Vanderbilt can knock off the Rebels, and that is a conference game in the SEC, so definitely something to keep an eye on. But first down and 10 now. Bilal Marshall's going to be scrambling to his left side, and he's going to get out of bounds after getting 15 yards right there. And here we go, end of the first quarter. Marshall is going to try to go deep, but that was just an ill-advised throw. No one was really open, just trying to force it downfield, and that is intercepted. I don't even know how you say this guy's name. But nonetheless, it's an interception at the end of the first quarter, and 7-0 is your score as we continue to struggle, you know, getting stops and just on offense. It's just been a struggle this year in our inaugural year in the SEC so far. I mean, I know we've only played one game, well, like 1 1/4 of a game, but nonetheless, the struggles are apparent. So Whitlow is going to hand off to Mobley right here, and he's going to go up the middle for a huge gain, and he's going to break a tackle, just avoiding everybody, and he's into the end zone, and that is 14-0 Kentucky here in the second quarter. About 7 minutes left, excuse me. Now Marshall in the shotgun, empty set. He's going to be under pressure, and he's just going to have to throw this one away, and that is going to set up a 4th down, and we would have to punt. So Kentucky with great field position ball, almost at the 45-yard line, and Whitlow is going to go deep here on 3rd and 17, and it is batted down by the freshman Tim Neal, and that is a great play on the ball. But nonetheless, we would get the ball and have to punt again. And now Whitlow and the Kentucky Wildcats with the ball again, and he's going to break a tackle right there. See, like, these are the things that are kind of stupid about those sliders. Like, you see him, like, shoving off 3 tacklers, and he's the quarterback. It doesn't make sense to me, a lot of these plays. But nonetheless, they would not get anything on that drive, and we would get the ball back. Marshall trying to get into the end zone, and is intercepted again by the same guy who got the first one. He just jumped that route. The guy was open, but he jumped the route really well. Really baited me into throwing that. I don't count that one as a poor decision. He was open, but nonetheless, Kentucky with another chance to score. 29-yard pass right there for the Kentucky Wildcats is going to set up this field goal, and it's going to be 17-0 here in the first half. To think this was a team that was ranked number 3 in the nation at one point last season, it's hard to believe. But here we go on the kickoff, and it is Kyle Clifford once again returning this about 7, 8 yards deep, maybe only 6. But he has some room up the left sideline. Kyle Clifford on no one to beat. No one is going to catch him, and that is why he's probably going to win his 3rd straight return of the year this year. 107 yards on the kick return, and that is going to put the Jaguars on the board. Just the momentum we needed heading into halftime. 17-7 is your score at the half, and Kyle Clifford, a big reason why we're actually somewhat in this game. Without him this week and last week, we probably wouldn't be having the success we are. You know, last week he had the 2 kick returns for a touchdown, and this one he gets us back into the game with 1 at the end of the half. So you see the stats right here at the half, and the 2 turnovers have definitely hurt us, and our defense just still struggling to get a stop all season so far. And now Blanchard here, starting off the second half, is going to get 11 yards there on 2nd down and 6, and he is up to 21 yards rushing on the day. And that's another thing that's just been different about this season, is not having Jay Jones, not having a reliable running back, you know, to count on, someone to hand the ball to and know he's going to get the tough yards. You know, Blanchard just isn't that guy yet, I don't think. He's just not Jay Jones, which sucks to say, but it's true. But Brian McIntyre, I believe he's a transfer from last year, not after he sat out a year. This is his 1st year playing for us, so he's going to get the catch right there. Now 2nd down and 9, squeezing it in there is Bilal Marshall, going to find Anthony Thompson, the sophomore, who's had a really good season so far. He's definitely been more of an impact. You know, I don't necessarily think he's you know, the best receiver on this team, obviously, but he's had an impact, as Billy Cooper's going to get in the end zone right there, and that's going to be 17-14. So 2nd down and 2 now for Whitlow. He's going to keep this one on the read option, and a lot of space up the middle, and he is going to get out across the 50-yard line, and that is a huge gain right there for Whitlow, and that is going to be a 1st down. But now 3rd down and 15 for Kentucky. Whitlow is back to pass, and he's going to go over the middle and find Timmons, who, of course, breaks a tackle. And he fumbles, though, and is picked up by Stegall. Marcus Stegall is going to get the fumble recovery right there, and that is the first turnover of the day for the Kentucky Wildcats, the first takeaway of the season for the Jaguar defense. And that sets up a huge opportunity for South Alabama with a chance to take their first lead of the game. It'd be huge. We really need it. And you'll see Buchanan forcing the fumble right there. Great job by him. But first down and 10 now. Marshall is going to be back to pass. And he's going to fire on the left side for Caleb Blanchard, who's going to get the first down right there. About a 10-yard gain for Blanchard, the tailback, his 4th catch of the day. And now first down and 10. Marshall is going to hand off to Blanchard up the middle, and he is going to get a pretty good gain right there, and that was going to be 11 yards for Caleb Blanchard. And, you know, I said something, I said Blanchard really isn't Jay Jones, but he still is a pretty good back. He just, I don't know, I just haven't felt the need to give him the ball all that much, all that much yet this season. So we end up getting to kick a field goal right here, and that is going to be good, and we tie up this game at 17. So 17 unanswered points from the South Alabama Jaguars. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Whitlow's going to keep this one on the read option, and he's got a lot of space up the left side, and he's going to be taken down after a 21-yard gain. Jalen Whitlow with a huge gain right there. He's up to 44 yards rushing. Now first down and 10 later in the drive. Whitlow is going to find Walton over the middle, and he is going to get nearly into the end zone. 25 yards for J.B. Walton, and that is going to set up a first and goal with 14 seconds to go, and Whitlow is just going to scramble and get into the end zone to make it 24-17. Jalen Whitlow with the 4-yard touchdown run here at the end of the third quarter. So 6 seconds to go now. Bilal Marshall in the shotgun. He is back to pass and going to dump it down on the screenplay to Blanchard, who's going to get a pretty good gain right here, get about 21 yards on the play. Caleb Blanchard with his 5th catch of the day. He's up to 51 yards receiving, and that's going to be the end of the quarter, 24-17. So again, just like last week, we're going into the fourth quarter not on the winning end, and we're going to have to get a fourth quarter comeback to improve to 2-0 on the season. So 2nd and 5, Whitlow is going to hand off to Mobley, and he is going to break some tackles, and just look at it. Like, this is one of the most ridiculous plays that I've seen in an NCAA game. Like, these sliders are definitely tougher and all, but I don't think they're more realistic. I don't know. The defense on these sliders are just so much harder. We might consider turning it down to All-American. We'll see how the next few games go, but 4th down and 18, and they're going to kick a field goal to make it 27-17. And yeah, so 27-17, kicking off to Kyle Clifford, who's going to take this one about 4 yards deep in the end zone, and he's going to go up the left sideline and cut to the outside. He's across the 30 to the 40, out across the 50, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. That is a 63-yard return to set up really good field position for this Jaguar offense, as Marshall is going to find Caleb Blanchard, who's going to avoid a tackler, and he's got a lot of space down inside the 20, and he's taken down from behind. A 26-yard reception for Caleb Blanchard. And now 1st down and 10, Marshall in the shotgun, and he is back to pass, looking on the right side for Matt Harris, and that is going to be a 12-yard reception. Matt Harris going to get down inside, 1st down and goal now, and Harris is going to find himself in the end zone with a 3-yard touchdown catch to make it 24-27. 4 minutes to go now, 1st down and 10, Whitlow in the shotgun, and he is back to pass, and he is going to be sacked by West. Jalen Whitlow sacked for a loss of 8 yards, brings up 2nd and 18. And now on 3rd down and 5, Whitlow is back to pass. He's going to scramble, but he's taken down from behind. Jalen Whitlow sacked once again, and that is a huge stop right there by the Jaguar defense. 1st and 10 now. Marshall is back to pass. He's going to be rolling to his right side, nowhere really to go, and he's going to have to scramble. He's going to be out across the 50-yard line, maybe just about at the 50, but that's going to be a 1st down. Now 1st down and 10, 2 minutes to go. Marshall back to pass, and he's going to scramble to his right side once again, and he's going to get out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Another 10-yard gain for Bilal Marshall, as he's up to 54 yards rushing on the day. Now 2nd and 25 after a sack. Marshall back to pass. He's got a man deep, and it is Matt Harris inside the 20. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown Jaguars. His 2nd touchdown catch of the day, and Matt Harris coming up big. And Bilal Marshall delivers as well. 31-27 your score. 52 seconds to go now. 4th down and 7 for Jalen Whitlow. He is in the pistol formation. Back to pass, and he's going to complete the pass. Walton had to come back to the pass. Not quite where it needed to be, and that is not going to be a first down. And the Jaguars survive, coming back from down 17 at one point in the first half. Matt Harris is your player of the game with 7 catches for 108 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Jaguars improved to 2-0 on the season. It's kind of a surprising 2-0 at that. These are 2 games that we easily could have lost. But we head into one of our tougher games of the season next week against number 11 Georgia, our home opener. So we'll see what happens then. But anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.